Anyone else surprised by some of the roles that Brad Pitt hasn't been recognized for? And some of the roles he has been recognized for? I mean, Troy, Interview with a Vampire. And as much as I agree with his nomination for 12 Monkeys, dude should have won. I would have personally given him the Oscar for Seven, Fight Club, or even Meet Joe Black. Even better, put them all together. That would be Oscar gold. A bipolar guy who's got strange blonde hair and a violent temper. Alright, not what I had in mind. Well, if the Academy had their way, he'd play a conspiracy theorist with lots of money, and I don't even have to finish that joke, do I? This is real school. So the reason I bring this up is because there's a lot of Oscar buzz already surrounding Brad Pitt in his performance as Jackie, a mob hitman. While Pitt's performance was definitely the best in the film, and it was a different kind of role for him, it wasn't necessarily his best performance. And I'd be really surprised if this is the film that he ends up winning for. The previous collaboration between Pitt and writer-director Andrew Dominik was the biopic/faux western, The Assassination of Jesse James. Here's the best way I can sum up what Dominik tries to do with his movies. He tries to push the boundaries of film and their genre. Unsuccessfully. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for genre bending and experimental filmmaking. I don't want to stifle creativity or originality. But don't do it at the expense of the film. Dominik tried every gimmick he could think of. The super slow motion when Brad Pitt is firing his gun, putting the camera on a car door just so it creates interesting movement, even using different focal effects and lighting effects to get inside the head of a strung out drug addict. Which got really annoying. Even the sound was amped up for some strange reason. You could hear a man moving glasses on his face. Why? Do we need to hear that? In the opening scene, and I mean the very first shot of the movie when the credits are still rolling, he suddenly cuts away. He creates this jarring effect. The truth is, though, it would cut even right in the middle of words and got really annoying. The very first shot of the film was annoying. Was it that Dominik was trying to show us that America is in fact disjointed? Was he trying to show us that everything is broken? Maybe. Basically, he tried to create meaning where there was none. He beat you over the head with subtext, which made it, well, just text. He tried so hard to be a filmmaker that he forgot how to be a storyteller. Much like Jesse James, well, points of the story really dragged on at times, and it created some of the worst pacing issues I've ever seen. That aforementioned junkie scene is about half an hour of my life I want back. Oh, it was only 3 minutes? Could have fooled me. I will say that while I don't necessarily see why or how, Dominik does get very good performances out of his actors. Richard Jenkins and James Gandolfini turn in pretty solid supporting performances. Gandolfini, is that like an Italian wizard? I was impressed with Scoot McNairy. Really? You could choose any acting name, and you choose the verb that means shift your bum over? Name choice aside, he showed a lot of layers to his character, lifetime loser Frankie. He was annoying at times, but he could really play up his vulnerability. And in the end, you felt bad for him. But Pitt was always the real draw of this film. Because he brought some much needed life, charm, and edge to this film, Brad Pitt is this episode's for the win. Killing Them Softly was ultimately always trying to be something it wasn't. For instance, it was trying to be clever, inserting clips of Obama and Bush talking about the strength of America and its economy. Brad Pitt sums it all up in the final 3 words of the film. Now f***ing pay me. Which must have been what Pitt said to the studios as soon as this movie was finished filming. If you want to see a story about the broken American dream or the fact that everybody at their core is greedy, there are dozens of better films out there. Forget Killing Them Softly, this movie was murdered out loud. And so, if you haven't figured it out, Killing Them Softly is a burn it. Poll question time. I was originally going to ask you who your favorite hitman is in movies, but instead, and in tribute to what happened when I saw Killing Them Softly, was there a movie that you ever walked out of? And if so, what was it? The reason I say this is not because I walk out of movies, I never do that, but a couple of old ladies apparently didn't like Killing Them Softly. Real schoolers, don't forget about school night coming up shortly, Wednesday, December 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us, won't you, on that Wednesday night, blogtv.com, so we can chat about 2012 and the year it was. Until then, and until next time, school's out.